Hello, good afternoon, everybody. Greetings from Massachusetts. This video is about how music is a hobby for myself. First, I will give an introduction on when I first started to learn music and where I learned music. I remember my elementary school music class, and the first instrument that the teacher introduced was a recorder. This is kind of like a flute. Hold on a second. I think I have a recorder. I'll show you this little bag of goods later, but let's see if I have a recorder. Oh, there it is. Look at that. There it is. The recorder. Yes. What a fun instrument to learn. So, that's the first instrument that I learned, and I learned a few notes, how to play a chopsticks or something like that. The next instrument that I learned was the xylophone and also the snare drum. To learn the xylophone and the snare drum, I had to read sheet music of where notes are placed. I know about a whole note and a half note and a quarter note, and that's just about as far as I go as far as reading notes. But I think that's pretty good. It's not too bad. Then I also read sheet music as a member of two different churches and the church handbell choir. They always gave me the biggest bell, so when boom, boom, a lot of fun doing that, volunteering for the church and playing handbells. Then, while I was in high school, the fun thing to do was freestyle rap, and freestyle rapping was very popular in 1998. And then further along, when computers kind of got more high tech, Apple computers came out with a computer program called GarageBand, and it was just a lot of fun to make beats on the computer using this computer program. And so there's a pretty good combination of beats and freestyle rapping. So I just decided to put them together. I've made a lot of hip hop music using a MacBook and a cheap microphone. And then I saved up some money and got the computer program Logic Pro. And I read a book on how to use Logic Pro and became very good at using the program. In 2011, I decided that I would really try to be the best freestyle rapper, and I'd read through a dictionary and a rhyming dictionary. In 2011, I freestyle rapped 5 different CDs and over 50 songs. Then I had them digitally distributed using a digital distribution service. And I also went as far as I could with it and decided I'm going to copyright these just to see what it's like. And so I got all the music copywritten. The name that I came up with was drawing letters out of a hat, and I pulled out an E, an S, an L, an E, and an M, and an O, and I decided that my rap name was going to be Eslemelo, Eslemelo, and so that's what my CDs are labeled with, and also what is copywritten. I still have the music and in CDs because I ordered a bunch of CDs. So I spent a lot of money on this project, and I also listen to my own music. I really enjoy listening to my hip hop tunes, and I listen to my hip hop just about a few times a year and just really jam out to it. There's songs that I really enjoy, and I consider it like I could have a greatest hits, but we'll get to that in a few seconds. And but as far as like trying to become more famous of being a musician, it just costs a lot of money to try and do that, and I can't afford to try and make a big effort to become the most famous rapper. Actually, my whole goal was to be like the bottom feeder rapper, and hopefully Apple would just show my name, or whoever, Spotify or SoundCloud. They just debut me out there, and I just gain a following or whatever. And it doesn't work like that. It really doesn't. It works with. I think you got to really make a good effort to try and get into a venue, and that's how you get a following. You can't really just kind of make music and then float it out there. It doesn't work like that at all. You can't just kind of hope that it starts to rain cash. Oops. So anyways, got some music. And so music is my hobby, and occasionally I like to freestyle rap to a beat that I create. Recently, I've been making some techno music using the computer program Ableton Live, and this program is really amazing, and I have a really fun time making techno music. Here is the Ableton Live controller, and with this controller, DJs can just select different clips, and these can be different colors, and to select different clips, and it's just super fun and entertaining to put together some techno music. And so I do that occasionally, and let's just say I do want to record some music. I have a Audio Technica AT2005 USB cardioid dynamic XLR microphone, and this thing it's pretty cool. The box is a couple years old. Here is what the microphone looks like, and I have a great time hooking this thing up to a mic stand that has a pop filter, and I can just sit in my chair and jam out. Let's see here. Oh, it hooks right directly into my computer, and currently I'm using a Mac Mini, and this computer, the Mac Mini, it's a really neat computer to do a lot of creative and entertaining things. I still have a few instruments that I purchased, and those would include, and I'm going to go through every one of them because it's fun, and we will start with the recorder right here. Of course, I'm not going to jam with them because we can use our imaginations on that, but I will show you what I got, and it's quite the loot. I got this thing. I think it's called a clave, and a person can hit it like that, and then I have some sand blocks. Those are fun. I think this is a wooden castanet. A xylophone. A broke drum. Some maracas. I think these are a clav also, but I'm not too sure. They're two sticks and they make a good beat. Then I have, I believe, what is a tambourine. A whistle, a slide whistle. Some spoons, if we want to have a good session, spoon it up. Yes, that's what I say. Then I have another, I want to call it another clave, but I'm not too sure what the thing is, but it would probably sound awesome if I put together a few techno beats with it. And then I don't know what this thing is called either. I have no idea what that is, but I'm sure it's got a name. Oh, no one can go without the kazoo, right? I think this is the kazoo. Harmonica. Yeah, that's what it is. It's the harmonica. I was wrong. It's not a kazoo. I don't have a kazoo. I lied. I got a shaker, though. It's pretty good. All right. Shake things up with that. And I have a triangle. If I can get it. Oh, yeah. There we go. can't forget, and I still can't play this thing, but I got it. It's the mouth harp. I don't know how dudes play this. I watched a couple videos, and I don't know how that thing works. But it's an instrument. Someone's good at it. And I don't know what these are called either. They're two little bells. I don't know. But anyway, those are my instruments. And I occasionally put those in some techno, but it's not that good. I gotta get a little bit better beat going with myself as far as learning sheet music again. Currently, I'm making some wonderful techno music underneath the techno name DJ Weezard, and it really doesn't matter to me if I make any money off the music that I make, but music is a special product, and I can get 100 CDs without a jewel case in a paper cover for less than $120. And I'm tempted to sell some of the music that I got again. I want to try and sell this techno music on like eBay or something. And then of course I'm an art major, and so should I stay in my lane or whatever? I guess the most important part of this is music is my hobby. And hey, thanks for watching this video. Share, like, and subscribe.